Your car's manufacturer is very clear about the oil you should use. They print it right on the cap, put it in the owner's manual, and the dealership technician will probably repeat it. 0W-20 only. The story goes that it's for performance, for efficiency, and for the good of your engine. But what if I told you that recommendation isn't just about your engine's health? What if it's part of an oil warranty trap? A trap designed not for your engine's maximum lifespan, but to help carmakers meet strict government fuel economy targets, even if it means sacrificing some long-term durability. And what if I told you that in other countries, engines that are fundamentally the same are often filled with a thicker, more protective oil? The most surprising part isn't just the difference in recommendations, it's the legal protection that allows you to choose better protection without risking your warranty. We're about to show you the evidence mechanics see every day, the oil consumption, the noisy startups, the premature wear, and reveal the truth that could save you from a multi-thousand-dollar engine repair down the road. Section 1, the official story, cracking the code on the bottle. Before we get into the controversy, let's cover the basics. What do these numbers on the oil bottle actually mean? It's simpler than you'd think. The number before the W, which stands for winter, rates the oil's ability to flow in the cold. The lower this number, the easier it flows when your engine is cold. So, a 0W oil will move more freely on a freezing morning than a 5W oil. The number after the W, the 20 or 30, tells you the oil's viscosity or thickness when the engine is at its normal operating temperature, around 212 degrees Fahrenheit. A 30-weight oil is thicker and resists thinning out under heat more effectively than a 20-weight oil. So, the official reason for recommending 0W-20 seems logical. It flows great on cold starts, which is when a lot of engine wear can happen, and its thinner profile at operating temperature creates less internal friction. Less friction means better fuel economy. With rising gas prices and environmental concerns, that sounds like a win-win. But this is where the official story usually stops, and the hidden truth begins. Section 2, the hidden truth. Why your manual really says 0W-20. If 0W-20 is the one-size-fits-all perfect oil, then why do many manufacturers recommend a thicker 5W-30 for very similar engines sold in places like Europe, Asia, and Australia? A Toyota Camry with a 2.5-liter engine in the US gets 0W-20, but that same engine family in another part of the world might call for 5W-30. The same pattern appears with some Honda, Mazda, and Ford engines. The answer often has less to do with perfect engineering and more to do with regulatory pressure. In the United States, automakers must meet corporate average fuel economy, or CAFE, standards. These are federally mandated targets for the average fuel economy of a manufacturer's entire fleet. For model year 2026, the projected industry-wide fleet average is required to be approximately 49 miles per gallon. Failing to meet these targets can lead to huge fines. Carmakers are constantly looking for ways to squeeze every tenth of a mile per gallon out of their vehicles. Switching from a 5W-30 to a 0W-20 oil can improve fuel economy by a small but significant 1 to 2%. That might not sound like much to you, but when multiplied across millions of cars, it makes a massive difference in a manufacturer's CAFE rating, helping them avoid penalties. So, the main driver for the 0W-20 recommendation in the US isn't always what's best for 300,000 miles of engine life. It's what's best for passing a government test. In other parts of the world where regulations are different or driving conditions like sustained high speeds on the German Autobahn are common, the priority can shift from maximum fuel efficiency to outright durability, and the oil recommendation changes with it. Section 3, the evidence mechanics. See, wear, heat, and high miles. So what's the real-world cost of this focus on fuel economy? Ask an independent mechanic who rebuilds engines for a living. The issue comes down to a concept called high temperature, high shear viscosity. Basically, an oil's ability to keep a protective film between moving metal parts when things get hot and stressful. At operating temperature, the oil film of a 5W-30 is significantly thicker than that of a 0W-20. Think of it as a thicker cushion protecting your engine's vital components. While hard data from a single, definitive study is elusive, anecdotal evidence from engine builders and independent labs points to a pattern. After 100,000 miles or more, engines run exclusively on thinner oils can show increased signs of wear on bearings and timing components compared to those run on a slightly thicker oil. This is especially critical in modern turbocharged engines. The turbocharger itself can spin at over 150,000 revolutions per minute and is lubricated by the same oil, which sees scorching temperatures. A thinner oil can sometimes break down or shear under this intense heat and pressure, losing its protective qualities. While no major automaker has issued a broad recall, there have been technical service bulletins and engineering discussions about timing chain wear in certain engines, where oil viscosity is a contributing factor. For instance, some Nissan V6 engines experienced a whining noise that was addressed by a technical service bulletin involving the replacement of timing chain tensioner parts. For high-mileage engines, those with over 75,000 miles, the difference can become even more obvious. As an engine wears, the tiny clearances between parts like piston rings and cylinder walls naturally increase. A thicker 5W-30 oil does a better job of filling these larger gaps, which can lead to better compression, reduced oil consumption, and a quieter running engine. Section 4. Busting the myths. What they don't want you to question. When this topic comes up, two big myths usually surface, often from people who believe you should never deviate from the owner's manual. First is the myth: using a thicker 5W-30 will damage my modern engine because the clearances are too tight. This is one of the most persistent and misleading claims. While modern engines are built with precision, the fact that manufacturers specify 5W-30 for the same engine families in other markets proves they are designed to handle it perfectly. An engine's oil pump has no trouble circulating a slightly thicker oil, especially a high-quality synthetic that meets modern performance standards. The second myth is, my engine will suffer from oil starvation on a cold start. This is a misunderstanding of what the W rating means. Yes, a 0W oil flows slightly better at extremely cold sub-zero temperatures, but for the vast majority of drivers, the cold start flow difference between a quality synthetic 0W and 5W oil is practically irrelevant. A good synthetic 5W-30 provides excellent flow down to -25 degrees Fahrenheit, which is more than enough protection for almost any climate. Unless you're regularly starting your car in Arctic conditions, this concern is largely overblown. Section 5. The legal loophole: how to beat the warranty trap. This brings us to the heart of the trap: the fear of voiding your new car warranty. This is the #1 reason people stick with 0W-20 even when they suspect a thicker oil would be better. Dealerships sometimes reinforce this fear, warning that using anything other than what's on the oil cap will leave you responsible for engine repairs. This is legally incorrect in the United States. You're protected by a federal law called the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act of 1975. This law makes it illegal for a manufacturer to void your warranty simply because you used an aftermarket part or fluid. The burden of proof is on them. If your engine fails and they try to deny your warranty claim, they must prove that the specific oil you used was the direct cause of that failure. Just using a 5W-30 instead of a 0W-20 is not grounds for denial. Here's the key: your owner's manual doesn't just list a viscosity like 0W-20, it also lists a required performance standard like API-SP or ILSA-CGF6. As long as you choose a 5W-30 that meets or exceeds the same performance standard listed in your manual, you are fully protected. You're simply choosing a viscosity that's better suited for your driving conditions, not a lower quality oil. Section 6. The actionable advice. So, what oil should you use? So, with all this in mind, how do you make the right choice? It really comes down to an honest look at your car and how you drive it. You should probably stick with 0W-20 if you have a brand new car, and despite the legal protections, you're still nervous about your warranty. If your driving is almost all short distance, light duty commutes, if you live in an extremely cold climate with frequent sub-zero starts, or if you want to prioritize that small 1 to 2% gain in fuel economy above all else. However, you should strongly consider switching to a quality synthetic 5W-30 if your vehicle has over 75,000 miles, as the thicker oil helps compensate for normal wear. If you live in a hot climate where the engine is consistently operating at high temperatures, if your car has a turbocharged engine, which puts extra stress and heat on the oil, if you frequently tow, haul heavy loads, or drive aggressively, or if you simply want to prioritize the maximum possible long-term life of your engine. The trade-off is pretty clear. You might see a very small increase in annual fuel costs by switching to 5W-30, but you can think of that as a cheap insurance policy against a catastrophic engine failure that could cost thousands of dollars to repair. The truth is, the 0W-20 on your oil cap isn't the whole story. It's a recommendation heavily influenced by fuel economy regulations, not a strict mandate for optimal engine protection in every situation. For short-term efficiency and meeting government standards, 0W-20 works. But for long-term protection, for driving in high heat, under heavy loads, or in a high-mileage engine, the evidence from the field points toward the superior film strength of a quality 5W-30 synthetic. The oil warranty trap is built on fear and incomplete information, but now you have the facts, and you know you are empowered by federal law to make the best choice for your vehicle. So, what's your story? Have you made the switch from 0W-20 to 5W-30? Did you notice a quieter engine or less oil consumption? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story could help another driver save their engine.